You're training hard, but getting worse. You're chasing progress, but your body is quietly resisting everything you throw at it. You are following routines that feel productive, but are secretly designed to plateau you. Trust the process sounds safe until you realize the process you trust might be the problem. Welcome to Dryfinity, where we give straight shooting advice on attraction, style, and living well as a man. You're putting in the work, showing up, staying disciplined, doing what most people won't. And yet, something feels off. Strength isn't climbing the way it used to. Energy feels inconsistent. Small injuries linger longer than they should. This isn't random. It's not bad luck. It's not age working against you either. There are specific mistakes that look like discipline, but quietly destroy progress. And the worst part, they're often praised as dedication. In this video, you're going to uncover the hidden patterns that make hard work backfire. Each one builds on the next. Miss one, and the entire system breaks. Point 1. Overtraining without recovery. Most men push harder the moment results slow down. You add more days, stretch your sessions longer, cut your rest shorter. It feels productive. It feels disciplined. It even looks impressive on the surface. But quietly, this is where things start going backward, and you don't notice until the damage has already stacked up. You are not failing because you're lazy. You're failing because you're doing too much of the wrong thing, too often, without giving your body the chance to respond. Your body doesn't grow during training. It grows when recovering from it. Training is the signal. Recovery is the result. Without recovery, that signal has nowhere to go. It's like sending emails with no internet connection. Effort is there, outcome is not. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Soreness is not proof of progress. It's just feedback. Staying sore all week doesn't mean you're improving. It often means you're not recovering fast enough to improve at all. What to do instead? Train with intention. Recover with precision. You treat rest days like they matter, because they do. Not as a reward, but as part of the system. You stop chasing exhaustion and start chasing adaptation. That shift alone separates men who stay stuck from men who actually move forward. You also begin to notice something most ignore. Your performance is the real scoreboard. If your strength is dropping, your energy is inconsistent, your motivation is fading, your body is not adapting, it's surviving. Elite athletes understand this at a level most never reach. They don't just train hard, they recover aggressively. Sleep is protected. Mobility is intentional. Intensity is controlled, not emotional. You don't need more effort. You need better timing of effort. Because the quiet truth is simple. If your body never fully recovers, it never fully adapts. And if it never adapts, you're not building strength. You're rehearsing fatigue. And once that pattern sets in, it doesn't stay in the gym. It shows up in your work, your patience, even how you carry yourself. Now here's the part most men completely overlook. Even if you fix recovery, you can still be stuck in a system that was never designed to move you forward in the first place. Point 2. Poor programming and lack of progression. Most men rely on random workouts. Whatever feels right that day, whatever worked years ago, or whatever looks intense enough to feel productive. You walk into the gym with experience, confidence, and no real plan, and somehow that starts to feel normal. The problem? Effort without structure doesn't create progress. It creates exhaustion. You can sweat, push, and grind for hours, but if there's no clear direction, your body has nothing specific to adapt to. It's like driving fast with no destination. You burn fuel, but you don't arrive anywhere meaningful. Your body adapts to specific demands. If those demands don't evolve, neither will you. Doing the same weights, same reps, same routines, it feels consistent, but it's actually stagnation in disguise. Comfort has quietly replaced challenge, and challenge is where change lives. What to do instead? Follow a system that forces progression. You track what you do, not loosely, not occasionally, precisely. You know your numbers, you know your patterns, and most importantly, you know when you're improving and when you're just repeating. Progression doesn't need to be dramatic. In fact, it shouldn't be. One more rep, slightly more weight, better control, cleaner execution. These small upgrades seem almost insignificant in the moment, but over time, they separate men who stay average from men who evolve. Think of it like investing. Random deposits won't build wealth. Consistent, strategic inputs will. And just like money, progress compounds, but only when it's managed intentionally. There's also another layer most men overlook: balance. Overtraining certain muscles while neglecting others doesn't just affect how you look. It affects how you move, how you carry yourself, even how you avoid injury. Strength without balance is unstable, and instability always gets exposed eventually. A well-structured program isn't about complexity, it's about clarity. You know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what comes next. That confidence carries beyond the gym into how you show up in meetings, conversations, and everyday decisions. And here's where it gets interesting. Even with perfect programming, even with discipline locked in, there's a silent factor working behind the scenes that can completely shut down your results. And most men never even think to look there. Point 3. Neglecting nutrition and fuel. Most men treat food like an afterthought. You eat less to stay lean, grab whatever is convenient, or assume the workout alone will handle everything. You train with intention, but eat without one. And somehow, that disconnect starts to show up in ways you can't immediately explain. Your strength stalls. Your energy dips at the wrong times. Your recovery slows down, even when you think you're doing everything right. Here's the truth most men avoid. Your body doesn't build muscle from effort. It builds it from fuel. Training creates the demand. Food supplies the materials. Without enough of the right materials, nothing gets built. It's that simple. Without enough protein, your muscles have nothing to repair with. Without enough calories, your body shifts into survival mode. And survival mode doesn't care about strength, performance, or appearance. It cares about conserving energy. What to do instead? Eat with purpose. You don't need complicated diets. You need consistency. Protein intake matters, but consistency matters more. Spreading it across your day supports recovery far better than loading it all into one meal. Small, steady inputs outperform occasional perfection. Hydration is another detail most men ignore. Even mild dehydration can reduce strength, focus, and endurance. Not dramatically, but enough to keep you from progressing. And that's how stagnation hides, in small, repeated disadvantages. And here's the overlooked truth. Undereating doesn't just slow progress. It increases fatigue, lowers testosterone, and reduces motivation. You start blaming discipline when the real issue is supply. You're not just training your body, you're fueling a system. Every session, every movement, every recovery cycle depends on what you give it. Think of it like running a high-performance engine. You wouldn't expect premium output with low-quality fuel. Yet many men expect exactly that, from themselves. And even when nutrition is finally handled, when training and fuel are aligned, there's still one subtle mistake that quietly limits everything, and it hides in plain sight every single day. Point 4. Ignoring technique and form. Most men chase weight instead of mastery. The number on the bar becomes the goal. You add more plates, push through reps, and convince yourself it counts, as long as it moves. Even when your form starts slipping, you keep going. It feels powerful. It looks convincing. But quietly, it builds weakness in disguise. You think you're training strength. In reality, you're training compensation. When technique breaks down, the work shifts. The muscles you're trying to develop step back, and your joints step in. Your shoulders, knees, and lower back start carrying loads they were never meant to handle that way. And injuries don't show up dramatically. They build slowly, over time, until one day something feels off and doesn't recover the way it used to. What to do instead? Train for precision before load. You slow things down. You control the movement instead of surviving it. Full range of motion, proper alignment, steady tempo. These aren't small details. They are the entire point. Because precision tells your body exactly where to adapt. A lighter weight performed correctly will outperform a heavier weight done poorly every single time. Not just in results, but in longevity. And longevity is the real advantage. Being strong today is good, still being capable, pain-free, and confident years from now, that's power. There's also something else that happens when you train this way. You start to move differently outside the gym. More control, more presence, less strain in everyday tasks. You carry yourself with a level of quiet confidence that doesn't need it to prove anything, because mastery isn't loud, it's precise. And once you understand this, something clicks. You realize strength isn't just about effort, it's about control under effort. And now, you're about to see the hidden layer that ties everything you've heard together. Because even if you fix your training, your programming, your nutrition, and your form, there's one factor that can quietly undo all of it without you realizing. If you've made it this far, write precision in the comments. It's simple, but it tells us something powerful, that you're not just watching, you're noticing the details that actually make a difference. That's exactly the type of man who sees real results, the kind who doesn't settle for surface-level effort. And because you've stayed with us this far, here's a bonus point. A hidden factor most people never even think about, yet it quietly controls every gain you've been chasing. Bonus point: stress, sleep, and lifestyle kill gains. Most men treat training like it exists in a bubble. They focus on sets, reps, and intensity, but ignore stress, sleep, and the daily habits that quietly shape results. Here's the reality. Your body doesn't separate them. It responds to all of it as one integrated system. What to do instead? Protect your recovery outside the gym as seriously as you protect it inside. Sleep consistently, manage stress, build routines that support performance, not just appearances. Chronic stress spikes cortisol, which sabotages muscle growth and fat loss. Poor sleep slows recovery, lowers energy, and disrupts hormones. Even small inconsistencies, like irregular sleep schedules, can silently stall your progress. This is the hidden multiplier. Get it right, and every session compounds into real gains. Ignore it, and even perfect training and nutrition can fall flat. Mastering this gives you an edge few men ever realize. But it's yours if you choose it. Let's bring it all together. Point 1, overtraining without recovery. Train hard but recover smarter. Point 2, poor programming. Structure creates progress. Point 3, neglecting nutrition. Fuel determines results. Point 4, ignoring form. Precision builds real strength. Bonus point, stress and sleep. Your lifestyle controls everything. Each point connects. Each point compounds. Fix these and you don't just stop getting worse. You finally start moving forward again, building strength, energy, and confidence that lasts. Every session, every meal, every habit begins working for you instead of against you. This is how real results are created and maintained. Like the video to support our growth and help more men see this. Subscribe for daily content like this. Share it with someone who needs it. Thank you for watching. Check out the recommended video on your screen next. We'll see you back soon.